What is it that you invested thousands of hours and now is pointless? Moderated a subreddit. I know all the tricks to make a website look as good in Internet Explorer 6 as in Chrome, Safari, or Opera. I got a BS in biochemistry, then drove a forklift for 14 years. Now I'm an electrician. Minecraft. From 2011 to probably 2018 to 2019, it was like my go-to depression game. When my depression got bad, some days I'd play for 12 hours. Built a whole huge city with districts, multiple tall buildings, rail system, a mob zoo, etc. I kinda miss it sometimes. This is the life of a geneticist. The field moves quickly with the technology and techniques, but they are all very complex and difficult to learn. More than once in my life, I have poured myself into a specialized skill to be the best in the building, only to have that skill be obsolete the next year. It never feels that bad, though, because the replacements are almost always faster, easier, and get you better results, or else they don't really take off. I built a customer service team from the ground up to support a client's new product. Became the highest-rated customer service group in the entire business. One day our phones went dead, called to test the line, was routed to a different customer service team. We'd been outsourced and they didn't have the heart to tell us in advance. I spent half my army career in various schools learning to repair nuclear missiles. Now I'm doing desktop support and teaching the new guys how to install printers remotely. Sorting and organizing my MP3 collection. Indigenous knotting. I used to be able to make the most beautiful dresses, armors, and regalia using traditional knotting and beading techniques. Broke my arm about a decade ago, got fat, and got arthritis. Now my hands don't even work well enough to teach the next generation how to do it. Asian parent piano lessons. Didn't make them happy, didn't make myself happy, never got any good at it, gained no useful skills whatsoever for the several hundred hours per year for multiple years spent practicing. Reddit. I took 2 years of French instead of Spanish in high school. I live in Texas. RuneScape, but it's been pointless since day one. When I was 20, I got a job at an up-and-coming tech company. 6 months later, they went IPO in a big way, and I was worth M on paper. 6 months later the market crashed and the stock tanked. Before I was legally allowed to touch the shares. I managed to accidentally wipe the drive that held all my work. I'm a semi-professional game dev. There was 10 years worth of meshes, materials, and code. It's been 10 days, I've just been in a sort of state of shock, having tried and failed to recover the lost files. Being a decent, hard-working employee for a large multinational corporation. I have a bachelor's degree in astronomy from one of the world's best universities. I now work as a software engineer. I spent over a decade learning how to draw, studying design techniques, etc. Tried to work as a professional designer and illustrator and it was terrible and made no money. Now I'm a software developer. Every once in a blue moon it's useful for making graphics, but really just pointless. Every NBA 2K since 2K13. I worked in high tech for 40-ish years. Almost everything I learned became obsolete. It's a treadmill. Sanskrit lessons in school. Not once have I used that language since I gave my 10th exam. My marriage. Marriage. 32 years together. Knife in the back. In the 90s, my brother worked as fire watcher in Minnesota near the border. He lived in some remote location. Power, but no phone. They cached his supplies for several months. Then nothing. Half-starved, he finally came out of the woods to see what was what. He'd been laid off. No one told him. No money in his account. Everybody was laid off and gone. Office dark. I was a Jehovah's Witness for 30 years, average of 15 hours a month knocking on doors, preaching Armageddon that never will come. Free for 23 years now. Prepping, if nothing apocalyptic ever happens. I can't believe I've scrolled this far and not seen Facebook yet. People lived their lives on there until suddenly nobody did. Art. I used to draw multiple hours almost every day. It didn't go anywhere unfortunately. And my skill level was not that high, to put it mildly. Flint napping. It always was pointless, but not, eh? Get it? But so much fun.